The only landfill in East Africa. It has been existing since 1996 and is the only place in Kampala where all the garbage from Kampala and all the nearby suburbs are allowed to dispose of everything that is called rubbish or garbage. In the wake of COVID-19, so many masks were given by the government of Uganda, but most of those were cloth masks. Amongst those are surgical masks that many people have been able to afford, and because they're only used once or twice. But coming to this place, we want to find out where these masks are disposed, what happens at the only landfill in East Africa.
Engeri gye bagamba nti zaali za bulwadde buli omu aba azeewala. Okitegeera. Naye obwo obugoye buba butono tebalina kirala kye basobola obukolamu.
Masiki ezo olumu na lumu tuziraba naye nga si nnyonnyonyo kubanga buli omu wano alina kigendererwa ekimuleeta. Osobola kukiraba naye otakitwala nga kikulu.
Everywhere you go, especially in cities and towns, you spot a face mask, a hand sanitizer bottle, or gloves carelessly disposed of. This is a bleak reminder of the current battle in a new world, where walking in public without a face mask is considered a crime and coughing or sneezing are frowned upon. As if Uganda was not already in enough trouble when it came to dispose of medical waste, COVID-19 presents a new nightmare. Dump sites in the Kampala suburb of Kitezi tell a story of a struggle not only against an invisible enemy but also medical waste. Efforts by the Uganda government on 10th June 2020 to offer free face masks to all Ugandans was a right move in managing the transmission of COVID-19 virus, but on the other side, has spiked the pace at which the environment is being destroyed and likely to cause a surge of new COVID cases if disposal of face masks is not well managed. The President, Museveni, informed Ugandans that wearing masks was mandatory, an act the security agencies in Uganda emphasized by policing, fining and arresting those that didn't heed to this new SOP.
People seem not to understand the value of the masks. These are not a decoration. We don't want you to be seen with a mask hanging around your neck. This is to stop you infecting other people. So the mask should be put on all the time.
But none of them emphasize the environmentally friendly disposal of face masks, which is now a time bomb on the environment and a recipe to a surge of COVID-19 cases. The COVID-19 virus is carried in the face mask, and if not well disposed of, garbage collectors stand higher chances of transmitting the virus. Everywhere in the streets of Kampala, pathways, in water channels and water bodies, face masks are carelessly disposed of. Some of the masks littered are made in homes, while others are made by professionals, but all fall short of embracing friendly environmentally disposal methods. With millions of face masks and PPEs improperly disposed of daily, experts have warned that the effects of this trend will be felt for many years to come. Since COVID-19 was first reported in China, several tons of face masks and other forms of PPEs have been dumped in the environment after use. Surgical masks, the most visible weapon in the war against the virus, are single-use, meaning they're disposed of frequently. These masks are the most commonly dumped in open areas and have drawn the attention of conservationists. These masks are non-biodegradable and will remain in the environment for a very long time, considering their production includes the use of plastics.
And that is why they need to be disposed of correctly. However, there is an attitude of irresponsibility in that many people expect other institutions to look after, the environment on their behalf, and yet this environment belongs to us all.
This will deal a blow to the government's step in banning single-use plastic bags, as well as single-use plastic bottles and straws in national parks, forests and other protected areas. The surgical mask sales surged, moving from just being used by health professionals to everyone that can afford them. They're mostly colored in blue, green, white and black, non-recyclable, and greatly contributing to a very vivid environmental disaster. Available statistics by UNBS indicates that 23.8 million disposable masks are being used daily in the country. This means that 714 million masks are being used per month. Considering cases that were first reported in March 2020, this amounts to several tons of plastics. An in-depth analysis shows that if 1% of face masks is not correctly disposed of, then 7.1 million masks are likely to end up on land monthly, with a bigger percentage in rivers and the lakes, mainly during stormwater runoff. If non-collected and disposed of properly, the masks will clog drainage systems and lead to flooding during rainy seasons, while several tons will end up in the rivers and the lakes. It is estimated that every year, some 13 million metric tons of plastics enter huge water bodies like oceans. Around 150 million metric tons of plastics circulate in the marine environment. The World Economic Forum estimates that by 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Chinese firm Leader, the biggest in Africa, was given the right to manufacture face masks. But the question is, where do these face masks go after use? This is not only the problem. The situation has been made worse by garbage collectors and recyclers who fear getting infected with COVID-19 while handling waste and end up dumping it in open places. Inasmuch as they wear masks, at the backside of their minds, money first and their health comes in the second position. While this work is traumatic, unhealthy, and many of the people that sort garbage say are very used to this activity, their hearts skip whenever they come across these used masks. With recycling in place to curtail the number of plastics in Uganda, many companies buy plastic from the sorters for their business. Nevertheless, none of the collectors are interested to collect face masks because it doesn't pay off.
Plastic nga kino kintu kya gundi kino gundi ono muno mugiramu ba blue band oba biki ebyo tubijjamu obudomola obubadde mutubujjamu naye ebisigadde nga olaba bino ebivunda tetulina programu eyo kubanga tetwagala kintu kye tukola nga tufunamu akasente eyo tetugirina tulondamu bino ebigenda bino ebirala.
Countries like France and South Korea decided to recycle disposable face masks to make products like chairs and a vast array of different objects. But here in Uganda, that's not the case. This still hangs in the balance for Ugandans, given that even separating waste is always done at the landfill in Kitezi. But what does NEMA, the lead agency that deals with the management of the environment, say about face mask disposal? The Kampala Capital City Authority also has a role to play in ensuring environmentally friendly disposal of face masks and other garbages are well done. But the Director of Health Services at KCCA, Okello, seems to concede on the lapses within the management of garbage disposal in the city.
So we are told people how to segregate it because it is potentially infectious waste, but not many people have done it, and we have seen it as part of domestic waste. So it comes as part of the waste that's coming from homes. Now, at times as part of our garbage, it can be in terms of skips. So when you're carrying the skip and it is full, getting to know what is underneath and what is in the middle above becomes very difficult. So we are backing more on health education to ensure that people can either bag them, such that even when they are bagged, you put them in a small polythene, they are not capable to transmit it. So the ideal would be to collect it, take it through a medical waste system and burn it.
Sharon Chomjisha, UBC.